Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be doing a video on something different today, which is, news about this new show called Dino Dex, which if you've seen Dino Dan or Dino Dana, every once in a while they change the main character and also the show's name, and now they're moving on to Dino Dex. So we're just going to talk about everything we know about the show. So first up, here's just a little description I was able to find from, I can't remember exactly where, but pretty much it tells us a few things about the show. If you guys would like to read this, just pause the screen. But anyways, here are our characters so far. Here is another picture of our characters. We actually have one new character, surprisingly. But we have Dex and Kayla. Then I also found this other thing pretty much showing every single sinking ship entertainment show coming out this year. And most of it I'm not going to show, but I am going to show the page on Dino Dex. Which, there's another little description, which I think on the next slide I will show, so you guys can just pause there. But yeah, there's actually quite a bit to look at in here, because this is like our first images from it, besides the actual logo. So, here's the description if you'd like to read that. But anyway, basically what it says is it's mainly just talking about how this show is going to play out. It's very similar to the other shows, except one thing that's a little bit more different is it sounds like they're actually going to go into how dinosaurs are reconstructed a little bit more than just, you know, behavior and just what they would do in modern day. Another thing is that apparently the main character's friend, Kayla, is a geologist, which you can kind of see on the actual title of the show, that the top of it is actually in normal font, but in the bottom is kind of like a geode. So that may play a part into this, but I'm not 100% sure. But next, for the big poster thing kind of showing off all the stuff that we have so far, it shows 3 prehistoric creatures in it. First one, I'm not 100% sure what this is, but if I had to guess, it's probably Euoplocephalus. When I first saw this, I thought it was Ankylosaurus because of the blue color, but then I realized it's probably just because of the blue tint, and then also because the Euoplocephalus is already purple and is really only showing the top of it, which is the part that's purple. So I believe this is just Euoplocephalus. The next one we move on to is a little bit trickier, which honestly, it looks like it may just be a Tyrannosaurus, because if you look at the Dino Dana, the movie Tyrannosaurus, it looks pretty close to that. Though, to be fair, it is more of a brown color, while the Dino Dana, the movie one, is a little bit more of a yellowy green color. And also the feathers on its back of the new one is a dark brown, while the Dino Dana, the movie one, is, well, more of a yellowy color. So yeah. And I also threw Nano Tyrannus up there, which the colors are a little bit closer to that. Though, to be fair, this may be a Tarbosaurus for all we know. Just, I wasn't 100% sure. So I'm just going to stick with Tyrannosaurus for now. This next one is probably one of, if not the most interesting thing, which you can tell that this is a crocodilian, which is, you can tell this is definitely new, because the only other crocodilian we have is Deinosuchus, and that looks nothing like this. So my first thought was this could probably be a Sarcosuchus, which, honestly, the snout looks a little bit too narrow-like. It looks a lot like a gharial, in fact, which Sarcosuchus does as well, but not this narrow. So honestly, I don't think they would just throw a gharial in here either. So my second thought was, hey, this looks actually almost identical to Gryphosuchus. So I could definitely see them going with Gryphosuchus for the show, especially since it's a little bit more popular, and also it's quite a bit bigger. It's actually pretty big, so I could see them doing Gryphosuchus. But then I also saw Thyrecosaurus, which Thyrecosaurus is not the biggest thing, but it looks pretty much identical to this. Personally, from this image, Thyrecosaurus looks closest, though Gryphosuchus also looks really close, so I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know what to think, so what do you guys think? That's pretty much all we have for the show so far. Most of the descriptions don't say too much about it. The only information I was really able to get out of that was, well, that is going to be releasing this year, which is very nice. I'm actually kind of excited to see this. Though, yeah, I couldn't find, like, specific month or even a date, just this year. So, yeah, it's releasing 2024 at some point. But, yeah, anyways, let me know if you guys are excited to see this. But we are going to move on to a little bit of a more fun segment, which is dinosaurs I hope to see in the show. Which, first off, we're going to start off with some species that actually had concept art for some of the older series, like Dino Dan and stuff. And I just think it'd be cool if they brung them into the newer show. So first we have Parasaurolophus, because we don't actually have too many hadrosaurs, and they don't get much screen time anyway, so it'd be nice to get Parasaurolophus. Next we have Apatosaurus, which, personally, I love the Apatosaurus design, and it'd be nice to bring it back, even though they already have Diplodocus and Brachiosaurus and Photolonchosaurus. Next we have Carnotaurus. Honestly, I just love Abelisaurs, and it's a shame that we don't have any in the show. So honestly, I think Carnotaurus would be a nice one to go with. Next we have Dilophosaurus. Since this show actually cares about accuracy, it'd be nice to see Dilophosaurus in here, since it would be probably one of the first good, accurate Dilophosauruses we've had in a show for like quite a while now. Next we have Plateosaurus, just because I think it'd be cool to throw in some more Triassic animals, because just the Triassic does not get enough coverage, and also I don't think they have any animals from the Triassic in the show. Next we have Dimetrodon, which I'm kind of surprised was not added in early, or even better during Dino Dana, because they added in a lot of other creatures. But the only Paleozoic animal in the series so far was added in Dino Dana, and it was Meganera, which I'm not 100% surprised that they put it in, just I'm more surprised that they put it in instead of Dimetrodon. So yeah, I just really think Dimetrodon would be nice to see in here. Next we have Carcharodontosaurus, because the only Carcharodontosaurid we have in the show is Giganotosaurus, and it's one of my favorite designs, so I think they would do really nice Carcharodontosaurus. Next we have Megalania. Honestly, I just really like Megalania, and Australian creatures don't get enough coverage. They also could throw in a few other Australian megafauna, but Megalania is my choice. And yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool, because it could go with the Deinosuchus, possibly Gryphosuchus, and the what was the other one? Oh yeah, Titanoboa. Though to be fair, I forgot to mention back with the what may be a Gryphosuchus or Sarcosuchus, that on the back of the neck it kind of looks like it has spines, and I couldn't find anything that has spines like that. So I don't know if that's actually part of the animal or that's something in the background or not, but I just thought I might want to bring that up. Next we have Helicoprion, which the aquatic animals don't get enough, like they don't get shown enough in my opinion, especially in person. Like Megalodon and Leviathan are both in the show, but they only have like one episode, and also they're like in like a cutscene. They're not actually ever shown interacting with our characters in like real time. It's like an imagination or something. It's really weird. But yeah, it'd be cool if they included Helicoprion. Next is Allosaurus, which I'm actually surprised is in here, which honestly there is kind of, or at least what it used to be thought to be an Allosaurus. In Dino Dana the movie, there's this brown theropod in the background, which a lot of people thought was Allosaurus, including me. But I actually learned that that is supposed to be Gorgosaurus, for kind of more like when Zool was first discovered and put on display. They actually made an animation for the museum it is at, and Gorgosaurus was in there. So once I found out about that, I realized that Allosaurus is actually a Gorgosaurus. If I remember the dude in editing, I'll put it up on the screen. But yeah, no, that's a Gorgosaurus. So I think it'd be cool if they actually put an Allosaurus, and honestly, looking at the Beast of the Mesozoic one, I think that would be something that looks similar to that would be cool. Next we have Dinochirus. Since they talk about a lot how they wanted to do more weirder species, well not weirder species, they just want to show more weird facts about dinosaurs and also more modern interpretations. Honestly, Dinochirus is almost perfect about that. There's nothing weirder than this thing. So yeah. Next we have Utahraptor, which Utahraptor, we don't have too many Dromaeosaurs. In fact, we only have Dromaeosaurus. And we also have Velociraptor, which isn't actually in the show, but it's shown in some of the older games and stuff. And I didn't put Velociraptor in here, but it is technically shown in an episode, but not as like an actual Velociraptor. It's just shown as like a character in a video game, which now that I think of it, in that episode, I believe they also have Utahraptor in that episode as the other character. So yeah, it'd be cool to actually put Utahraptor in. Next we have Shonosaurus. Honestly, I would be perfectly fine with Sendospondylus, Ophthalmosaurus, or Ichthyosaurus as well. Just an Ichthyosaurus some sort would be really nice to see in the show. Next we have Suchomimus, because the only Spinosaurid in the show is Spinosaurus itself, though Baryonyx and some of the other Spinosaurs would work very nicely in the show as well. I think Suchomimus I prefer to put in there because I love Suchomimus, so yeah. Next we have Desmatosuchus, which honestly hasn't showed up in anything since when dinosaurs roamed America, so it'd be nice to put this in there. Next we have Lissawischia, just because Lissawischia has not been in anything. I think it's getting like a Path of Titans mod, it might be out already, but that's pretty much it. Besides that, and also a Collecte figure, there is nothing on Lissawischia, and it's pretty sad since this is the largest Dicynodon, and again, it'd be cool to include more Triassic animals, and this thing would fit in pretty nicely. Next we have Paraceratherium. Honestly, after Dino Dana added in mammals, Paraceratherium would be probably one of my top picks. And last but not least, we have Coolosuchus. Coolosuchus was kind of just the last edition I threw in here because Coolosuchus hasn't shown up in anything since like Walking with Dinosaurs, so I think it'd be nice to put Coolosuchus in there. Honestly, it's really weird, and I don't know if it fits the show quite, but still, I'd love to see it. But anyways, that is all for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I actually do recommend reading these slides that have information. And these are the only 2 articles I can find, because every other article is some variation. Is usually not even some variation, literally just the information already shown in this video, just on several different articles. There's not much out about this, so I am very much hoping that the show is actually pretty good. Hopefully I am able to put a title card up on here. If I can, then I'll put it to every video on just every single dinosaur. So, yeah, comment down below any species that you guys would like to see in the show. I actually kind of want to see what you guys come up with. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!